lot more of the same. I thought a little bit more multiple tight end stuff last year, but they had the suspension, or the one kid was ineligible. So, not a lot different. I mean, a lot of what we thought we would see. Um, had more games to work from a year ago, so really still preparing off of last year's game plan, but with with a few extra plays, a couple extra looks defensively, thrown in from the first game.
Coach Wright said that Greg looked good today, and he didn't have a doubt in his mind that he'd be able to play on Thursday. Is that your assessment as well?
Yeah, I think Greg's healthy and feels good. Really, no pain at all anymore, and ready to go. So bruise healed kind of quickly, and he's really healthy. He looked good today, sharp.
How's luck?
Day to day, I think Lucky will go. I think I'm still on track to having a healthy team. Everybody participating.
Was that something that happened in Miami?
Yeah.
How different is the ECU offense from Miami?
Oh, very different. We had a lot of big sets against Miami. Played a lot of base defense. This week we're going to see a lot more three wides, four wides, five wides sometimes, some empty. Spread the field a lot more. Very, very different offense than Miami ran.
How is it important to have Cravon back, I guess?
It's important to have Cravon back. Play that nickel spot, and that allows Christian to, play corner, play some nickel, play some dime, do whatever we need him to do as well. So, yeah, it brings back our depth in the secondary, which we need.
No word on Strick?
Strick is still day to day. Again, my hope is that we go to East Carolina with everybody. That's what I plan on doing as of right now, just based on what the trainers are telling me. But we got to plan for Strick and without him.
What is the plan when it comes to who travels and who doesn't? You guys can't bring a full team, can you?
We're allowed to bring 70 to road games. So we, first option goes to the two deep, and then you got to look at special teams. And by the time you're done with special teams, you're pretty much at your 70. There's not a lot of leeway there in terms of who's going to travel.
Does that make anything difficult in terms of personnel things that you might have done at Miami, trying to get some more guys in there now that you can't do that on the road?
I think so, a little bit, especially but you build your special team depth chart in camp, understanding that once you get to league play. So, you really have to look at your two deep when you're building your roster, your special teams roster, and I think Matt Edwards has done a good job of doing that. So I don't really feel stressed getting to our 70. I think that's a legitimate number that we can travel everybody we need to play in the game.
When it comes to the two deep, did you see anything on film that will bring any major changes to that?
No, I plan on the guys you saw play Friday, minus the adding back in the suspended guys. I think you'll see the same players out there this week in terms of the two deep.
How important is tomorrow's practice?
Very important. It's always that's the sharpen up day. And look at a lot of different things defensively, offensively on Tuesday and Wednesday. In this case, Sunday and Monday. And then as a staff, that's what we do this evening. We'll hone it down. Keep in what we like, get rid of what we don't like, and tomorrow's the day where you sharpen it up and get it ready to go, and then you still got your walkthrough on Wednesday. So it's a short week, but I don't feel pressed for time. We lost our hour light practice. That's what we lost, and so I feel like we're going to be well prepared, and our guys will be well schooled going into the game.
Do you feel any different vibe from the players knowing that they're playing their first CUSA game, or is it almost just what you are against your schedule? That's what it is.
I think that's what it is. I don't feel a different vibe. I'm sure they'll feel it on Thursday night, but right now, I think it's about preparing every day. Just move on to the next opponent. I don't think they're thinking in conference, out of conference right now. Just move on to the next opponent, prepare as best we can, and play our best game that night. And the next day, we'll move on to the next opponent, and that's kind of who I want us to be. And I think our guys do a good job of that, refocusing.
What about you personally, in the larger scheme of the first game in the new conference?
I worried about East Carolina. Whether they're conference or not doesn't really affect how I prepare either, you know. And obviously, you love to get the conference wins, and that's your goal. Um, but it doesn't mean you prepare any differently. You know, I would prepare for them whether, you know, the same way if they were in conference or out of conference in our division or not. You know, so.
Mentioned that it was a big bonus for the team to be able to go against a team like Miami in the first week. It allowed you to really get a good evaluation of them. Now that, but you could almost argue that wasn't a true road game. It was close to home, neutral
Yeah.
site almost. ECU is one of the better road environments in the country, especially for a mid-major team. Does that is that also kind of a boost to be able to get a real evaluation of how guys can perform in a hostile environment?
Yeah, it'll be a hostile environment. We know that. Um, you know, we haven't played in a lot of those environments in the year and a half that I've been here. So yeah, the mechanics, especially offensively, being able to handle the crowd noise, and that's going to take some practice this week and work on that. You know, but we've worked silent count, we've worked crowd noise all through camp. You know, we're a check with me team. Hopefully, it won't affect us that much, and you know, we can just, you know, operate efficiently even with the noise. But you know, it's definitely a great environment. I've heard great things about their crowd, and look forward to the experience.
You touched on it a little bit. I know there's nothing you can do about it, but has it been a little bit, you know, challenging, maybe even frustrating, sort of with this oddball beginning? You know, Friday night game, Thursday night game. I mean, it's getting into a rhythm must be tough, right?
A little bit. You know, it'll be week 3 before we're into our true in-season schedule. So yeah, we've had to you know, change things up a little bit, but you know, our guys have handled it well. I would have been more concerned Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Thursday. You know, 6-day week, that happens quite a bit. I think guys are kind of used to that one. It's that 5-day turnaround that really makes it hard. And you know, luckily we got that game moved to Friday night last week, and that really helped our preparation.
What impresses you most about East Carolina?
Quarterback, you know, the receivers, they can put out 4 or 5 awfully good receivers. Got a quarterback who reads defenses very well, and you know, makes great decisions. I mean, had an unbelievable performance the other night. I mean, you know, essentially 100%. You know, they're fairly close to it. So, you know, you're going to have to really do a good job defending them, try and disguise a little bit, change up what you're doing defensively, and but then their tempo makes it hard to do that. You know, and you got to be able to play their tempo. Number one, match it. Be able to execute on the run, and at the same time, you're going against probably one of the better quarterbacks we'll face all year, so if not the best. So it'll be a challenge, you know, and got some very good receivers on the outside, you know, Hardy and Webster, just to name a couple, you know, and it'll be a challenge, you know, and especially to do it the whole game, you know, play after play after play, because they just keep running wideouts on, and they're up tempo, and they're going to throw the ball over. They're going to run the ball. Keep you honest running the ball. You got a quarterback, you know, Carden. He can throw, and he's very accurate as a thrower, but he can run too. He's very efficient as a runner. Buys himself a lot of time, gets himself a lot of first downs. So he's difficult to stop all over the place, and it'll be a challenge for our defense.